Another kind of giving and earning. Giving oneself. Of course, giving isn't just about helping those who are less fortunate, or sharing what we have with others. It's also about a way of comporting oneself in the world. For instance, you give when you listen. Really listen to someone who works with you. Take in what they say, and offer helpful feedback. But if you are a good leader and a global citizen, you give in many other ways. 2. You give your commitment, your passion, your time, your respect to others, your consideration for the environment. You give your word, and if you give a promise, you keep it. You give to your customers when you provide them with the best possible experience of your product or service, and when you use their input to improve these things. You give when you raise and teach children. You even give by becoming a model for others, as my father was for me. When I was 23 years old, at the end of the 1980s, I received a tough lesson in business and the importance of the principles, values, and rules of omnipreneurship. By then my role in the business had expanded and I was engaged in different departments, including procurement and production. Our company had an interest in an insurance firm that had all its life insurance premiums deposited in what was thought to be a respectable overseas company, the infamous Bank of Commerce and Credit International, BCCI. 11 When BCCI spectacularly collapsed in the early 1990s, all the life insurance deposits of countless policyholders were lost. My father never dreamed such a thing could happen. For our company to lose vast amounts of money because the insurance firm had its deposits in the wrong bank was something no one could have foreseen. My father gave me the unhappy job of persuading the shareholders in the insurance company to stick with this and to honor the liability by compensating the policyholders fully. Despite the fact that the insurance business was a limited liability company, we were the smallest shareholders. But my father's view was that we had to consider the debacle as an opportunity to give, to honor the old men and women who were the policyholders, and who had put so much of their money into the hope that they would be sustained in old age. I had developed some powers of persuasion, but I was totally unaccustomed to meeting with captains of industry, who may not have considered our wish to honor those old men and women a matter of priority in the midst of a massive collapse. In the end we honored the policies, though without the largest shareholder, who did not subscribe to my father's view. We later offered to buy out our partners so they would not have to take the risk of additional liabilities in the future. We restructured the business, expanded it organically, merged it with another company, and then floated it on the stock exchange, ultimately creating a 100-fold increase in value. In the end, doing good did well for us. This event taught me that, at the end of the day, giving pays off. It also taught me several of the golden rules all at once. I learned that risk brings opportunity, but you have to intelligently manage it. I learned that honey is money really works, but only if you make fostering the relationship, collaborate to accelerate, a top priority. Because I had to pay very careful attention to details, I learned the importance of exceptional execution, and because we had to pamper the shareholders and get them to invest in the restructured company, I learned about delighting the stakeholder. Finally, I learned about the greatest among you, in the form of the wonderful CEO of the insurance company, whose wisdom and calm demeanor allowed me to stop worrying and sleep at night.